Hello, I'm Cathy. Welcome to Lunar Bird Book Club. So today Rachel's not here because she's gone off on holiday, but I am joined by my daughter Orla. Do you want to say hi?
Hello there!
So hello there. You might hear her off screen from time to time because she's about. She's 7. She is full of life and likes handing me things on camera. So we'll see how this video goes. So today I want to recommend some books to read in autumn. So now that it's September, we're into my favourite season of the year, which is autumn. I love everything about autumn. I was born in October, so my birthday will be coming up soon. But I love the leaves changing colour. I love collecting conkers. Orla just reminded me about that.
And going on muddy walks with wellies.
Going on muddy walks with our wellies on. I love wearing ankle boots. I love misty mornings. I like in autumn that you know the weather's going to get worse. You know you're in jumper season, but it can still have some gloriously sunny days, and that just feels like bonus sunshine at this time of the year.
And also Halloween and pumpkin pie.
Halloween, pumpkin pie, firework night, bonfire night, even fireworks night. Bonfire night.
Well, we do have fireworks.
We do have fireworks on bonfire night. Being cosy. I love all of that. So this is my favourite season of the year. So for this video, I have 6 autumnal reads to recommend to you and a bonus one from Orla, who's going to show us her favourite autumnal children's book. We're going to save that as a bonus for later, okay, kiddo? Just give now, she says. Do you want to do it now or do you want to do it later? Now, she says. Okay, we're going to start with Orla's favourite autumnal book. Do you want to pass it to me?
It's called Autumn.
It's called Autumn. This is by Shirley Hughes. I love this book too. If you need to get into the autumnal feeling, this will do it for you. It is filled with really nice pictures and poems about the season. What do you like about this book, Orla?
I like the pretty pictures and how like it all adds up to like one big story.
It's really beautiful. This picture reminds me of you, Orla, and Grandad. I can imagine you and Grandad standing on a hill like that, looking out on a windy day.
Yeah, with swifts just flying about.
So that is a beautiful book, and Shirley Hughes has done one of these for each of the other seasons too. So that's Orla's.
And she's also done one about numbers and colours.
Yeah, she did lots of books. She was a really talented author and illustrator. So that's Orla's autumnal recommendation. So now, the books that I have to recommend, I've picked 2 books for each of the autumnal months. 2 for September, 2 for October, and 2 for November. So the first 2 that I'm going to share with you are kind of back to school stories in a way. So academia stories, starting school in September vibes. Both, I guess, dark academia stories. So let's start with the obvious one first. Thank you, Orla. She's throwing me a balloon. Okay. The Secret History by Donna Tartt is about a very small little class of classic students at university in America at a very prestigious school, where in the opening pages it's revealed that this group of students has murdered one of their fellow classmates. This book is shared so much on TikTok and Instagram over the last couple of years that I honestly thought it was a newly published book, but actually it was published in 1992 and has had a resurgence recently.
And also you are wearing socks that don't match just because they're comfy.
I am wearing socks that don't match but are very comfortable. Orla wanted you to know that. I don't think I can show you on camera, but that's what I'm doing. So this book is like the classic book of dark academia. I read it over the summer, found it absolutely compelling and thrilling, really enjoyed it. It's a wealthy school, studying classics, Latin, Greek, murder, close-knit, toxic friendships. Really fun, dark read. And my second one is very like it. So my second pick for September is The Moth Diaries by Rachel Klein.
Rachel, wow!
Yeah, the author's called Rachel, like our own Rachel. So this is set in a prestigious girls' boarding school in the 1960s, told through the diaries of our narrator, who becomes very disturbed when a new student joins the school who seems different to all the other girls, and the author begins to suspect that this new girl, Anessa, is actually a vampire. I've reread this book so many times over the years. It's one of my absolute favourites. I wrote an essay on it for my degree. You've got an isolated school, mysterious happenings, close-knit group of girl friendships, and a really good mystery. And every time I read it, I come up with different theories about what's going on. It's a little bit like Girl Interrupted, and it follows the school year. So it starts in September and then it follows the school year round. And there's also a lot of references in this story to other ghostly dark fiction and literature. So I really enjoy this. It's a short read, it's really gripping, you'll get through it in no time, and a very good read for September. Okay, on to October. I have 2 books to recommend for October, and they're both quite obscure, and they both kind of lean into spooky Halloween vibes. The first is The Diary of Ellen Rimbauer, My Life at Rose Red. This is quite an unusual story. So it's about Ellen, whose husband builds her this beautiful manor house called Rose Red. And I really can't say much about it without giving things away, but lots of supernatural, spooky things happen, and there's also quite a lot of psychological thriller stuff going on. But what makes this book so unusual is that it's kind of ghost written to be a companion book to the Stephen King miniseries Rose Red that was released, I think, in 2000. So that was also a really good haunted house story, and this book is written by the characters in that miniseries. I can't really say any more about it than that, but this book is very fun, and the TV series Rose Red is amazing. My second recommendation for October is quite straightforward. Ghostly Tales to be Told, edited by Basil Davenport. So this is just a really good collection of ghost stories, but it's got quite a few of your classic ghost stories, including The Yellow Wallpaper, The Monkey's Paw. It's a really good selection of stories that are designed to be creepy and spooky. A really good fun read. And I thought one that you might not have come across before but still has a lot of classics in it. Okay, my last grouping of book recommendations are kind of for the month of November. So these are more just generic autumnal vibes leading into the beginning of winter. Thanks for the balloon, Orla.
Winter, my birthday season.
Orla's favourite season is winter.
Because it has Christmas and my birthday.
It's got Christmas and a birthday in. So maybe when we do the...
And it snows.
And it snows. So maybe in a few months' time we can do winter seasonal reading. Yeah?
Yay.
Okay, but for now, here are 2 more autumnal books. The first is The 13th Tale, which you might see in some more videos coming up soon because Rachel's going to read this soon. The 13th Tale by Diane Setterfield is another one of my favourite books. The premise of this book is that a retiring bookkeeper is hired to do a biography of a very famous and prolific author. And this author has written books year on year and year. It's a best-selling author, but in every interview she has ever given, she has lied about her past and her history and where she's come from. She makes up a whole new story about who she is in every interview, but she's determined this time to tell this biographer the truth. And her story involves a decrepit manor house, some creepy twins, mystery, suspense, and I love this book. Why are the twins creepy? I can't really tell you.
Why?
Oh, they get up to stuff. People seem to get hurt around them. They have their own secret language. They don't really connect to anybody else other than one another. So, The 13th Tale, I absolutely love this book, and I've bought every other book Diane Setterfield has ever written because of this book. And then my last recommendation for today is First Frost by Sarah Addison Allen. Now this book actually is a follow-on book to Garden Spells, because it involves the same family, but you don't have to have read Garden Spells to be able to understand what's happening in this book. So in First Frost, we're following a family that's mainly around two sisters who have magical abilities whilst they live in this very close-knit community, small town in North Carolina. So yeah, they've lived together for a number of years, these sisters. They thought things were settled, but now suddenly they're not, and a stranger arrives in town who might change anything. Oh, and they have a magical apple tree, and if you eat the apples from this tree, you will see a vision of how you're going to die. So there's like a little bit of creepiness into this story, but it's actually quite a heartwarming tale about family and love and second starts. And it's...
So what do you say that book is?
What this book is?
Yeah.
I think it's described as magical realism because it's like set in our world, but magic happens and is an accepted part of it.
Oh, wait. I mean, like, is it fantasy or like romance?
Ooh, it's like a little bit of fantasy and then a little bit of drama, a little bit of family heartwarming story.
Now tell us every single detail.
No, I'm not going to tell you every single detail, but I will tell you that it's a heartwarming, magical book that makes you feel very ready for autumn and just the beginning of winter. So these were my autumnal book recommendations. I really love reading books that match the season that I'm in.
Don't forget the bonus.
Oh, sorry, I forgot the bonus one. Here's the bonus one. So yeah, I really love reading books that match the season that I'm in. And just immersing myself in the time right now. So I hope you do too. Let me know if you've got any other autumnal books that are worth reading. I'd love to hear them. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again soon. Bye!